is Frank Christensen, and I'm the coordinator of officials for IFAF in Europe. This is the bullet training tape for back judges on kickoffs on crews of 7 and 8. But remember, this is the baseline. So it's up to you to add your own personal flavor to add more bullets to these lists. And with that said, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you find it useful. So the first bullet says count team K, and that's really important to count the kicking team. Now normally, the back judge would be lining up on the 35-yard line. Here he's lining up on the 20 because there was a personal foul on the PAT, but that really doesn't change the duties. So count team K, communicate with the umpire, clear the sideline, and then check the formation. Once we have a formation that's coming out, we're checking the formation. We're also thinking about onside kick. So what are the rules for onside kick? We're thinking about that right now, just so that it doesn't surprise us if it happens. Here now we can check the formation, make sure that it's legal, everybody's inside the 5-yard belt, we've got at least 4 players on each side of the ball, all that good stuff. And now we're good to go for the kick. So as soon as the ball is kicked, right now the ball is in the air, we make sure that we have a legal kick and that it's not an onside kick. Now we can go into the normal kick coverage. So the first thing we do while the ball is in the air, I would check not necessarily the first line of defenders, but maybe the players around the 50-yard line, or even the players on the 35 down there, to see if any one of them is moving laterally. If they're moving across the field, they are the ones with the high potential or high risk of making a blindside block in a second or so. But here they don't. So now the ball is caught, and we are ready to have a look at the first contact in the point of attack. So we're moving into the field. Obviously, we're looking in our area of the point of attack at the first contact between white and black, and then we try to pick out somebody who's in our point of attack or our zone, and then we really want to finish the play there. So in this situation, we've got the field judge down here. He's starting from the outside in, so we're taking the next players in from that, and then we've got a short return here, and as soon as the ball is dead, the play's over. We stop the clock. We continue our coverage. Now it's just a dead ball coverage with a wide angle. So we're trying to look at anybody who's coming in against the grain, who's coming in with more speed than anybody else. And then last but not least, we want to make sure that that the tee is removed from the field. We don't have to do it ourselves, but we just have to make sure that somebody does it, because if we don't, we'll have problems with that before the next play can start. And once that's all done, we are ready to start the pre-snap routine for the next play. So different kickoff. Now we're actually from the 35, so now it's a regular kickoff, but the bullets stay the same. Count the kicking team, clear your sideline, make sure that everybody's back, check the formation as soon as they break, and then go through your checklist in your mind for an onside kick. Who can touch the ball when, and where can they touch it, and all that stuff, so that doesn't surprise you if, or I should probably say when, the surprise onside kick catches up with you. As soon as the ball is in the air, we make sure it's a legal kick. We make sure it's deep, so it's not an onside kick. Now we can go into regular kickoff coverage. And again, we're checking the second line to see if anybody is going across. We don't have to look at the ball while it's in the air. So look at anybody who's crossing And if we find somebody, keep an eye on them because they may end up doing a blindside block at some point. And then we're just kind of waiting for white to meet black, and we're picking up the first contact here. Again, the field judge has from the outside in, so we're taking the next players in from there. So any contact we see right there, and that's also where we finish since we don't have a return here, but we're staying in that same area of white against black, checking to see if anything happens there. And then the play ends. We're stopping the clock, and we're continuing with our dead ball coverage. And now we're looking as wide as we can, since we have other people who are zooming in on the immediate action around the ball. So anybody who's moving too fast or moving a different direction than everybody else, that's the players we want to look at. And then last thing, make sure the tee gets out of there, and then we're ready to start our preparation for the next play.